Hello and welcome to Booking Through Life. I'm Mary and today I'm very excited. I have a Jane Austen book haul. I filmed this video about a week ago and I went to edit it and found out that it didn't have any audio. So I'm refilming it. Unfortunately, I don't have everything boxed up and I'm not unboxing as I'm going. I'd already put everything, shelved everything, got rid of the packaging, so we don't get that, but we do have the product and that's the most important thing. So let's look at what I got. I've got quite a haul here. I like to save a little bit of either Christmas or birthday money. Sometimes my husband will give me money for Mother's Day, specifically so that I can purchase things for Janeaustenjuly. And this year I had I had a chunk of change, so I've got a stack here. So I'm going to show them in order of how they came or how I acquired them. So the first book that I had gotten, I had made a purchase off of Amazon. And I think I purchased two things and they came separately. So the first book that came in the mail was The Late Mrs Willoughby by Claudia Gray. And this is the second book that she's written. And the first book she wrote last year, a lot of us read it. Some people I see are reading it this year, and that was The Murder of Mr. Wickham. That book, I was gave me a little bit of stress because I was really afraid about who was the murderer and was it going to be one of the main characters from a Jane Austen book, as if that meant that they really were a murderer. But we get all caught up like books are this is the canon or this is the real thing. One of the delightful things about her book was that the Tilneys, Catherine and Henry Tilney, have an adorable daughter named Juliet, and the Darcys have a son named Jonathan. And the two of them paired up and were our amateur sleuths for who murdered Mr. Wickham. And the fun thing is right here on the cover, it's called A Mr. Darcy and Miss Tilney Mystery. So our two sleuths are back on the case, and I can't wait to see how their relationship develops and how their romance develops. So I'm super excited for that. That's the main draw for me for this book. And hopefully we won't have that stress this year of it maybe the murderer is a main character. So we'll see. The next thing I got in the mail was again an Amazon purchase. And Katie from Books and Things on Instagram had posted her purchase of some playing cards, some Jane Austen playing cards, a different deck. I thought about the deck that she got, and it was certainly a cute deck. The illustrations were a little more cartoony, where these ones are kind of pen and ink drawings, and let me get somebody here's Anne Elliot. So very beautiful. And then the front is kind of Art Deco-y, and I like that too. Here's the Jokers. Well, I'll show you the Jokers because it's kind of funny. William Collins, and then Lucy Steele. So that's fun. And then each suit is represented by a different book. So Clubs is Persuasion. Spades is Persuasion. Clubs is Emma. Diamonds is Sense and Sensibility. And Hearts is Pride and Prejudice. So I'm looking forward to playing some Jane Austen cards. And I may still get that other deck. There's also, but first there's at Barnes and Noble, I found a match game, and it's with Jane Austen cards. So sorry for the turn of the head. I think I will purchase that first over another deck. But you can't have too many deck of cards, so there you go. Then I had seen on Instagram, I follow Heather from Fresh Parchment. She's also on BookTube. And she participated in Austen in April, and there were 30 prompts. And so she was posting on Instagram all these, gorgeous pictures of different Jane Austen books and Jane Austen content. And so I looked through her books and kind of compiled a list of things that I wanted, and I got some of them. I looked for them off of thrift books so I could buy more instead of buying them new, or some of them might have been new. But anyway, it came in 3 shipments, so that was kind of fun to have, all these different shipments coming this month in June. I received them all in June. And so the first one that came is the Jane Austen Handbook, A Sensible Yet Elegant Guide to Her World by Margaret Sullivan. And look at that. Isn't that cute? And nice hardback. I'm not super crazy about the paper. It kind of has a real stiff cardstocky feel to it. The dedication is for my mother, who let me read everything. I like that. It has 3 major sections, and here are the sections, and it has about 8 to 10 different little articles in each section. So the first section is Jane Austen's World and Welcome to It. Some of the articles are how to become an accomplished lady, how to ensure a good yearly income, how to get around, and how to ride side saddle. Section 2, a quick succession of busy nothings or everyday activities. How to plan a dinner party, how to become known as a valuable neighbor, how a lady might spend her leisure time, how to buy clothing. Section 3, making love. Not what we think of making love. How to choose a prospective husband, how to decline an unwanted proposal of marriage, how to carry on a secret engagement, and how to elope to Scotland. Sorry, my voice. Section 4, the best company or social gatherings, how to behave at a dinner party, how to avoid dancing with an undesirable partner, how to converse with your dancing partner, how to get rid of an unwanted guest, that could come in handy, how to celebrate Christmas in a country house. There's also in the appendix, there's little blurbs on each of her novels and her other works. There's a short biography of hers. There's a little article about contemporary Jane Austen, film adaptations and retellings. So yeah, and this one has really cute, can you see those? Cute illustrations as well. Let me find, there's some that were really good. Here's a dancing one. Isn't that cool? Here's at a dinner party. Pardon me. And this must be refusing a proposal. No, I couldn't. Anyway, this looks fun. Then the next, let me put that over there. Then the next box, again, 2 of these were recommendations or, books that I got from Heather's Instagram posts. And here we go. The Particular Charm of Miss Jane Austen by Ada Bright and Cass Grafton. And this is a time-traveling Jane Austen. When a time-traveling Jane Austen gets stuck in modern-day Bath, only Rose Wallace can save her. I think that sounds fun. And then I'm married, but I just thought, I think Heather said this was funny, so I thought, I might enjoy reading it. And I'm glad I bought it because I love this book. Look at this cute cover. Isn't that adorable? And it feels yummy, which I love a book that feels yummy. It has everything I love. It has French folds and it has deckled edges. So perfect. Yeah, and so I'm not quite sure what to expect of it, but in the back, it does have 2 quizzes. And one is, what Jane Austen character are you? And what Jane Austen character is the man you like? So, fun. Anyway, it has some tips and some do's and don'ts, and I think it will be a fun read, even if I'm not dating. And then the other book in this that came in this shipment is Jane Austen Devotional. And this one too I really like. It's a cloth cover. And look at that illustration, pen and ink illustration or etching, I'm not sure which, but it's very beautiful. They're compiled and written by Stephanie Woolsey. I think there's 100 different devotions, and it gives you a little a blurb of one of the books and then her reflections on it and a scripture verse. So I think that'll be really, really good. I think I'll really enjoy it. Here's some titles. Unhealthy Friendships, The Virtue of Steadiness, Following the Golden Rule, Loving Like Jesus, Unhealthy Persuasion, Trap Comparison, interesting, Appreciating Your Spouse, good for those of us who are married, Flirting with Sin, Idle Gossip, Speaking the Truth in Love, Beware of Vipers, Poor Judge of Character, The Art of Good Timing, and An Honorable Legacy. Yeah, I might start this tomorrow since there's 100. So I'm looking forward to that one. Then my next one, both of these have similar titles, but they're very different. So the first one is What Would Jane Do? Quips and Wisdom from Jane Austen. And this is just a little gift book. And I think they're compiled maybe with similar themes. Like here's chapter 6, If You Really Like Him. And here's a quote from Emma. I suppose there may be 100 different ways of being in love, Emma. Yeah, so this isn't going to be anything brilliant, but maybe I'll just look at a different quote on different days. Then the next one is also similar titled, What Would Jane Austen Do by Lori Brown. Look at this cover. This may go down as my worst cover for the year. It's just a chest, a bare chest. A man taking off his shirt with no head and no legs. Poor guy, it's just his chest floating in the sky over the estate. So kind of silly. Hopefully the book will be better than the cover. Don't judge a book by its cover. Anyway, it's another time traveler. When a modern woman goes back to Jane Austen's time, she needs to know everything. Eleanor agrees to travel back in time to prevent a deadly duel. I wonder how she knows about the duel. But she doesn't know how to behave and what to say, and most importantly, how to tell a villain from a rake. Hopefully, this is not a steamy book and not too silly. I don't know. We'll find out. I can't remember if that was if Heather recommended that one or not. I'm not quite sure how I got that one, or if I I looked up this and I got that. I don't know. But anyway, if Heather recommended it, I'm sure it's good. Anyway, I haven't read a book that she has read and have not liked it. So if she recommended it, I think I can trust it. Okay. So then I went to some of my used bookstores in town, and I was looking for I was looking for some books, some continuations of books in a series, Jane Austen murder mystery series. And I have read, being the first Jane Austen mystery, Jane and the Unpleasantness at Scargrave Manor by Stephanie Barron. And so I was hoping to find some more of hers, and I lucked out. I found the second one, Jane and the Man of the Cloth. I thought I grabbed the third one because it was there, but I accidentally grabbed the fourth one, which is Jane and the Genius of the Place. So I'll have to go back and get that third one. I was hoping to find some Carrie Beabrus ones as well, but I did not. So I probably have to look on thrift books for those, because I kind of would just like to buy used copies of those. Then I was at I found those at one used bookstore. Then I was at a different used bookstore, and I didn't even know this one existed, but I was so happy to find it. And it's Midnight in Austenland by Shannon Hale. And I have read Austenland, and I actually like the movie better than the book. But the book has one of the best dedications ever. I'm going to read both of the dedications because they're so good. So she dedicated Austenland for Colin Firth. You're a really great guy, but I'm married, so I think we should just be friends. That was so witty, so perfect. And then the Midnight in Austenland dedication is for Jerusha and Steph, the muses of this book, who, unlike a certain British actor, will at the very least acknowledge this dedication and probably even swear to me their eternal love. So I really love that. Did I say this? I really want to get the paperback because I love this book cover. And this book cover, no head. What's this with people and no heads? This book cover doesn't thrill me as much as this one does. And I think the paperback kind of is matchy-matchy with that one. And I'll put those back later. I'd rather be matchy-matchy. Okay. And in my looking at thrift books and looking at Amazon and going here and going there, I discovered something that was very difficult to not buy. So last year, gotta reach up here. Last year, I read Pride and Prejudice, and I read the Marjolaine Baston's illustrated Pride and Prejudice. And I know some of you think that you shouldn't read these because they're too beautiful, but I think they're too beautiful that they need to be read. I used to do the thing where you'd buy the candle, the pretty candle, and then never light it because you didn't want it to be gone. And but now I light the candle and I buy another pretty candle. I kind of feel the same way about a book. A book is meant to be read, even a beautiful collector book. And this just added to my enjoyment so much. And so when I saw that she had done this book, it's called the Jane Austen Escape Room Book, Pride and Prejudice and Puzzles. And I thought, this will be a fun thing to do for Jane Austen July. And let me read the back. It says, a unique game experience, an escape room in the world of Jane Austen, an elegant take on a literary classic. The Jane Austen Escape Room book is sure to delight and intrigue fans, old and new, of Jane Austen and Pride and Prejudice. After the grand ball, Elizabeth Bennet wakes up in a coach headed for an unknown destination and with no memory of how she got there. It turns out that her reputation has been ruined, and Mr. Darcy, just when it seemed that everything was finally looking up, wants nothing more to do with her. Fickle Mr. Darcy, what is going on? That was me, not the back of the book. Continuing on. Help Lizzie find what happened last night and win back Mr. Darcy before it's too late and her one chance of happiness is gone forever. Doesn't that sound fun? And then look at these illustrations. Here's chickens. There's, I think, 18 different puzzles. Here's, I don't know exactly what you do with it. I think if there's some that you might have to cut up, and I think I'll make photocopies of anything that needs to be cut up. Maybe that's exactly what you're supposed to do, because I thought somewhere it said you needed scissors and different things. There's geese, pretty flowers. Oh, look, here's some type of embroidery. It looks like it might be code. And oh, here's something from the paper. Again, more. It's just, again, just absolutely stunning pictures, and looking forward to the puzzles. I think it's going to be just a lot of fun. And I'm kind of wondering if you can do it as a group, but I don't know enough about it. Maybe I'll have to look and see, and maybe, I don't know. I don't know how. I guess everybody would probably have to have the book, so I don't know how I get a group together to do that, but it looks so much fun. I can't wait to do this. I think it'll be fun. I keep saying that because I think it'll be fun. So fun. Anyway, moving on. So I bought this, and I just must have gotten more Marjolaine Baston fever, because I thought, I'm reading Sense and Sensibility, and she has 6 books that she's illustrated, but only 3 Jane Austen, and Sense and Sensibility is one of them. And so obviously I bought it. I thought, oh, I have a little bit more money left, I'm going to buy it. And I'm very much looking forward to reading this copy of Sense and Sensibility. And again, I know you've already seen so many beautiful illustrations of hers, but it's just, this copy is just absolutely yummy. I've said that once already about a different book, but there's just beautiful things throughout. And then you get things like a postcard. This one isn't written on, but it's flimsy. You wouldn't actually want to use it, even if you were thinking about it. There's some poetry, and it's got beautiful illustration. Oh, here's a postcard, and it's written on. So maybe I can write this person back. Just kidding. There's also, I think this is the Jane Austen blurb. They all come with a Jane Austen blurb. There's a who's who, kind of a family tree type thing. It's got this little sticky on it that was a little too sticky. That was the only thing about this one. I wish they wouldn't have stuck it closed, but there you go. It's got the Dashwoods and who's related to who and all that good stuff. So I'm looking forward to reading this. Oh, here's a map of London in 1802. It's just fabulous. I'm so looking forward to it. It's going to be a very beautiful Jane Austen July. And so I thought I was done after this. I thought this was the pinnacle. And then I was thinking about the group read, the North Anger Abbey group read. I was thinking about maybe listening to an audio, maybe not even doing anything at all. But I have a couple of these, and it's the Marvel comics, the Jane Austen Marvel comic collection. I have Sense and Sensibility, and I have Pride and Prejudice. And I've been kind of eyeing the Northanger Abbey, so I thought maybe I'll read Northanger Abbey in the comic book version. And so I bought this, only I wasn't really paying attention, and it's only number 4 of 5. But I'm not sad because that's a gorgeous illustration. And yeah, and I just love the illustrations. And so what I ended up doing is I checked out the full bind up, all 5 of the comic books bound up into one. I checked that out at the library as an ebook. So I'll read that, and then when I come to this section, I'll read my comic book section. So I'm super excited about that. It's going to be a great Jane Austen July. This was a fabulous, oh, wait. I forgot. I think I forgot 2 things. I also went to Barnes and Noble, and I wanted to restart this series. I'm going to do a video about some of the Jane Austen content mystery series, and I thought I'd seen this one at Barnes and Noble, so I went and got it. It's called Pride and Prejudice and Peril by Katie Oliver, a lot of P's, and it's a Jane Austen Tea Society mystery, and she does have a second one after this. So I think this one just came out maybe in 2021. Yeah, 2021. So she has a Mansfield Park one, I think, after this. So I'm excited to read this. And then I'm always collecting the movie and TV adaptations, and I've almost got the whole collection of every single one you could possibly buy. But I didn't have this one. So this year I bought the Romola, I don't know how to say her name, Romola Garai Emma. So I'm looking forward to watching my very own copy of Emma. And that's it. That's my mega book haul. And it was fun. It was fun to get all those. It's been fun to do this this video. If you kind of notice, I might be in a slightly different spot, and maybe the lighting's a little bit different because something happened to my audio again, and I all of a sudden my mouth and my words weren't lining up. So I'm just tried to re-record this last portion. So that's it. That's my book haul. Let me know if you have hauled any books for Jane Austen July. Let me know if you've read any of these books and what you thought about them. Do you have this book? And are you going to do the escape room? And let me know what you think about it. Anyway, that's all for today. Until next time, I hope all your books are good books. I hope you have a great Jane Austen July, and I'll see you again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.